Namaste, Goa Flowers. I am Anita Goa. For those of you who are new to me and my channel, welcome. Today I'm going to answer some questions. So this is Q&A number 3. If you hear a little bit of noise coming through here, it's because they're doing some work in the house next door. I can't help it. I just had to film this video today because, you know, the show must go on no matter what obstacles might be in your way. So hopefully it's not too distracting. But if you like this, not including the noises, give it a thumbs up and make sure that you have subscribed to my channel to support me so I can continue to offer you free videos. It is free to subscribe, so it doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me out a lot. Thank you so much in advance. Let me get started. So the first question comes from Lariska1. Are there any books on yoga that address the yogic diet, what to eat when you practice yoga? I know yogis are mostly vegetarian, but I was looking for a book that would give more information. It's a great question, quite a loaded question. You will get different answers depending on who you ask, but I'm not going to go down the route of what I think you need to eat or what you should not eat or what's going to make you a better yogi or not, because I'm not so interested in that. I'm more interested in creating a space where you can pay attention to what might work for you. And when I think of a yogic diet, there is no system that is better at that than Ayurveda. Ayurveda basically is the sister science to yoga. Ayurveda means the science of life. So yoga and Ayurveda and Tantra is a trinity that work together. They all support each other. So basically what Ayurveda is, it teaches you that you have 3 doshas or 3 constitutions within you. Of different degrees, different percentages. And the doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And you have a predominant one. For me, I am a Vata, but I also have quite a lot of Pitta. So Ayurveda teaches you what foods you should be eating to support your constitution, for longevity, for rejuvenation, for optimum health, and to prevent disease. So you have to go through a questionnaire and learn about your own dosha, and then you get to see what kind of foods will help to support you. And that's super fun. And you start this whole investigation and this whole paying attention to, well, all right, now that's what happens when I'm eating the onions. That's why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. They don't quite work for me, although onions aren't bad, but they're not that good for my particular constitution. So it's really, really amazing, and that's basically where I operate from. I think we all probably could be more conscious in our choices, but ultimately, as adults, we are making conscious choices for ourselves, and it is a journey. And when you practice yoga, you become more and more conscious as you practice. So the way that you begin, you think a particular way, and then as you go along the path, you end up changing. And that is the fun part of it, that it happens just really organically. So check out Ayurveda, and I'm sure that you're going to learn a lot, and it's going to be quite eye-opening and educational for you. One book that I highly recommend is this one, The Science of Self-Healing by Dr. Vasant Lad. It's a pretty thin book. You'll go through it pretty quickly. It is condensed and will teach you the basics of Ayurveda. And there's a questionnaire you can take inside of there as well. Vasant Lad has many other books and really thick ones, but this is the one that I always recommend to anyone who wants to learn more about the science. So to me, basically, Ayurveda is the yogic diet, and the yogic diet can be so many different things for different people. You have to find the way that works for you. And I always say that if your way works for you, there is no one that can come and arrest you for that. So let everyone else do what works for them. Just make sure that you do what works for you. That can be quite challenging and take some time, but that is truly, ultimately, the practice of yoga, is finding your own flow and follow your own flow. So that's my answer. Lariska, I did answer you this a while back, and if you have been practicing Ayurveda or studying it, please let me know. I would love to hear it. So the next question comes from Tiana, and Tiana I know very, very, very well. Love you, Tiana. And Tiana asks, I'm really fascinated how you look. I am guessing that your eating habits are very important for staying so fit and good looking. Thank you. So maybe you can make a what I eat in a day video. Just explain your diet in a question and answer. Thanks and much love. Much love back to you. So yes, so thank you for the question. I will definitely make what I eat in a day video. These are the kind of videos that I see other YouTubers make, and then I think, oh, I don't think I should make a video like that. That just feels so silly. But of course, I'm always interested in sharing and sharing what works for me. I definitely pay attention to what I eat, and it's very important for me. Energy is very important. The whole aging process, obviously, is a focal point. So I want to look as good as I possibly can at any age that I am in. So yes, I will share more about food and what I eat and my whole process for looking so fabulous. Since you say so, Tiana. So yeah, look out for a video like that coming to this channel very, very soon. Okay, next question is from Allegra Joyful. And how joyful are you, Allegra? Your question and comment is just beaming with light, truly. So, do you think you could create a video about hand mudras, explaining how they work, teaching us a few maybe, or even designing a yoga flow with different mudras embedded? Great question. So, hand mudras basically are gestures. They can be hand mudras, they can be eye mudras, they can be body mudras. So in yoga we use a lot of hand mudras. In Indian dance there's a lot of eye mudras and a lot of different body positions as mudras. So basically what a mudra does, it can do different things, but they have specific intentions. And the mudra, say for instance for releasing addiction or getting over addiction, looks like this. So if you keep this mudra this way and you focus your intention in on releasing your addiction, that's going to put energy into that area of your life. So I think of it as a way to sort of harness your energy or also to elevate your energy. So the mudras have specific intentions and you use the mudras depending on your own intention and the outcome that you might be seeking. Does that make sense? So intention is hugely important, and when we put intention into what we do and we add a mudra to it, it could just really elevate our practice to the next level. So in my last few videos I included some mudras in Stiffen the Morning number 6, as well as the yoga flow for thriving, and I know that you really enjoyed that, and I will continue to add mudras into the flows as well. In my Moon Phase yoga book I have a lot of mudras, as well as in what will be coming up later on this year, a Moon Phase yoga program online in my premium content on my website. So I've become hugely interested in mudras over the years, always been very fascinated by them, but my own personal practice and evolution in yoga has definitely elevated me to a level where I want to include much more mudras. So thank you, Allegra, for the question. Definitely, there will be much more about mudras coming up. The next question comes from Amber San, or San, not sure how you say your last name, sorry. How do I get better at yoga? Like the asanas at least. I feel like I have been doing yoga for a year and a half and I am not improving much. I guess there are periods where I practice yoga 5 times a week and then some months where I, honestly speaking, practice only 5 times a month. Do you reckon that's affecting this? I don't know. I am feeling so bummed out. Help. I think that you have basically answered your own question. Consistency really is key. So it is better that you practice 5 minutes a day consistently than an hour and a half just 1 time a week. So I think that is basically what you have to focus on and figure out what is consistency to you. It doesn't have to be every single day. It could be consistently 3 times a week or maybe 4 times a week, and notice how much time you have for your yoga practice each time and try to be consistent with that. If you find that you are much more consistent in your practice on your yoga mat, you will start to notice more changes happening because your body and your nervous system gets used to it. You don't have to start from scratch again after a little hiatus. It just ends up flowing and feeling better. I always think that it takes about 2 years to develop a foundation of a practice, 2 years minimum. And once you've practiced consistently for 2 years, then I feel and I've seen from there on, you will start to gradually build your practice. But it doesn't happen without the consistency. Now, remember that yoga is so much more than just asana on the yoga mat. It is everything that we do off of the yoga mat as well. So it is great that you are truthful here. You're practicing satya, which is part of the Ashtanga yoga path. So I made a video series of each of the limbs of the Ashtanga yoga path, and I will link it in the description box below, so you can check that out and become a little bit more familiar of all of the other limbs that are attached to a yoga practice. So how you progress, can mean so many different things. It can mean that maybe you sleep better, maybe you feel your hamstrings are elongating a little bit more, you have found more ease and feeling more comfortable in the yoga poses, maybe you feel your energy has heightened, you're more aware of what you think and what you say and what you do. There could be just so many ways to think of progress in your yoga practice. But no matter what progress is going to happen, it has to happen with consistency. And just figure out what consistency means to you, and then you will start to really see changes. Okay, Amber? I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if it was. Happy practice! Alright guys, so this was the answers that I had for these questions in this Q&A. I will be back with one pretty soon because I have a few more that I need to go through, but I didn't want these videos to be too long and take too much of your time. So let me know if this was helpful, what you learned, what you found interesting, and leave it in the comment box below. I love to hear from you. And remember, give me that thumbs up if you are already here, still here, and you enjoyed it, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. If you have any questions, leave them also in the comment box below. I will see you. Bye.